Welcome to The Ticker, where we give you your daily dose of what's happening now.
A lot of people often wonder what role we play within the real estate industry. We are in the mortgage industry. And because of that, we oftentimes see a ton of people that come through the door that just don't qualify for a ton of different reasons. But what we see more than that is people that absolutely torpedo their mortgage loan apps with these three key things that you as a real estate agent should know about, be educated about, and be on the lookout for to make sure you don't think you have a deal coming in the door that won't actually happen.
First up on this list is going to be the big D, and that is not Dallas, divorce. You guys need to remember that when people are going through a big life change such as a divorce, this causes major issues on different lines. Income, debt to income ratio, their assets, what's tied up, what's not, and their credit issues. These are all things that come to life. And of course, it's never their fault. It's always the other spouse. And a lot of things are kind of hidden and they don't say much about until it comes down to the end. So if things look decent and take a bad turn and there's a divorce involved, that's probably the case. So make sure you sit down with somebody who's going through a transaction during the time of a divorce and really get to know their situation and what all's tied up together and what they need to clean up before they get too deep into the transaction.
Next up is going to be career changes. Now, we're not talking about you becoming an RN here and moving to this hospital and being an RN there. What we're talking about is people that go from brain surgeons to chilling at the 7-Eleven or something. You know, a lot of people in this economy especially are in a transition period where they're going from an industry where they have absolutely no history, and that's becoming a problem when it comes to getting a home. You cannot get a home nowadays without 2 years worth of work history in a related field and doing different things like that. So make sure when you speak with your clients about potentially getting into a home, you're getting a little bit of that back history. And if you're not doing that, make sure you don't yell at your mortgage professional if the deal falls through when they just now started at a job, because there's not a whole lot we can do about it. These are guidelines that are set down from FHA or HUD or different things like that, or investor guidelines that we just can't bend on.
So next is going to be debt issues, and it kind of ties in with the whole career changes and with the divorce. You have to be careful, guys. My favorite is the quitting your job 3 days before closing. No changes. And debt is the same way. They've gotten so much stricter on the guidelines, so not only now can you not open new trade lines, but you can't create any current debt on your old trade lines. That Macy's card needs to stay at the same balance. Actually, it needs to be getting lower as the transactions come in because you're making your monthly payments. But you can't go to Macy's and buy a new couch and a whole new wardrobe. Just because that trade line was already open doesn't mean you get to continue to making purchase on it. It really affects that debt to income ratio. All these things are, of course, differently according to what state
And what a lot of people don't know within the real estate industry, if they're agents or title reps or something like that, is that we as lenders, we have to pull a credit report within 2 to 3 days of the actual transaction closing. And if there's been any staggering changes between the first credit report that was pulled, the deal's off. It's getting to be really interesting within our industry, people qualifying, housing sales up, housing sales down, all of that kind of stuff. We deal with people on a daily basis that just don't have credit good enough to get a home. But make sure if you have people that do have credit that's good enough to get them into a home, that they're not torpedoing their own deals by having these three issues. Anyway, guys, if you'd like to continue watching our beautiful faces, be sure to subscribe for free over on the side. If you have any questions or comments about this topic, be sure to leave them in the comment section down below.
You can always check us out on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and even hang out with us on Google+. Bye, guys. You're not feeling well, so.
I don't feel well. Let's see if I can step my game up, because consistency wins.
All right.
I don't know. We'll see.
You ready?
I make no guarantees.